What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, come on in, grab your Yardies coffee, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 100, so help your boy out and let's get us over the hump, all right? Guys, we didn't lose against Liverpool at home, and that's always a good start, which is kind of the problem I have because, again, we are consistently inconsistent. Last week, we lose a game in the last seconds of the game. And this week, although to be quite honest, Liverpool dominated a lot of the first half. We didn't really look like we were completely out of the game. When we attacked, we looked like we were going to be able to do something, but for some reason, we don't have that last little bit of magic to consistently be a factor. With that said, though, considering that we have had a team that has chopped and changed the defense more time than we can remember this season, Willie Kambuala, guys, put your comments down below how you think he did for a big game. I think he held his own. He did his thing. Harry again. I think the best thing we could have done for Harry was take the captaincy off of him because he has just shined and risen, especially in the face of a lot of criticism and adversity, with Martinez coming in, Martinez going out, Varane coming in. So shout out to Harry Maguire. He played a really good game yesterday. Guys, if you're going to ask me, and I don't want to sound like I'm just some conspiracy theorist, but you let me know what your opinion is. At some point, we have to talk about these VAR calls. I'm not telling you that Liverpool didn't deserve to score a second goal in the game, but not from that penalty kick. There was no contact in that penalty kick, and we keep seeing these VAR calls just keep going against. And at some point, I really believe that we gotta talk about it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And somebody's got to point it, especially when they want the call to go against United, they'll review it as long as they need to or not review it at all. So for me, why don't we look at these things at a minimum of 5 times anytime, no matter what? Because sometimes they'll show it, the VAR replay once, and then somebody on the mic will be like, oh yeah, no, it is a penalty, let's not worry about it. Or if they want to convince you otherwise, they'll do it 4 or 5 times. So again, I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy theorist, but there is something going on, man. There is something crazy going on with these VAR calls against us. But to the midfield, where I think we have to figure it out come summer. At this point, we really need to just get relaxed up in 6. Tottenham just won again, so I don't think we're gonna be nowhere near the Champions League next year. But I think we should start planning for the team that we should be looking into kind of like getting. Now, I love Casemiro, but at this stage, it's not that he's not a good player, but the pace of the Premier League, I think, is just too much for him now. Yesterday, against a top-level team, you see how he's just kind of roaming around the midfield, and some points, he was just getting bypassed. If it wasn't that, his passing was just complete off the mark. You can see in the stats. I'm not making this up. It was dreadful, to say the least. So it's not just his pace and keeping up with the Premier League. I don't know where his skill level is at nowadays. I mean, sometimes a year pass and things change. So, and Bruno definitely needs a better help. Again, God bless this kid's heart that we have him, and here's to you, Mano, because that goal completely reminiscent of the first one he scored, and absolute beauty. Listen, the spine of the team is very good, right? I would like to keep Harry. I really want to keep Harry these days. So you comment down below. I don't think we should be capitalizing on trying to get Harry out. We need to keep Harry in there. I think he's really solidified himself in the back 4. I would love to keep him in there, especially if he's playing like this. Him with Onana there and a much speedier, capable defender around him. But with them, Maino, Nacho, and Hoyland, we just need to find out who's going to be our left winger because, guys, again, Rashford, he just doesn't do it for me anymore. I mean, in my last video, I told you, if you want to be the level or be considered the level of Mbappe, you have to perform in a game like Liverpool United. That is the game you show up. And again, I don't even think he was barely a 6. You know, and this is a top level game. This is where you need to show your quality. So for me, we need to capitalize on Rashford in the summer. Anthony, I guess you don't write off somebody right away, so maybe another season. But yesterday it was a bit of a weird, odd feeling. I thought they played much better than I thought they would have. They got a much better result than I thought they would have. And putting a dent in Liverpool's title hopes is always I'm drink to that one again too. There are good things to take away from yesterday's game. Again, Willy Kambwala and the defense, I think, played very well, considering how many times we have chopped and changed this back four. Bissaka was playing left back instead of right back. And again, VAR. You guys sus at least. At the very least, yes, sus. At the max, full on cheating, man. Allegedly. You know? But the guys completely resilient, kept their heads down, played some ball, and came out with a decent point, especially when it comes to putting a little bit of a title hope dent in the Scouser, you know, train. So guys, we move on. Next game is against Bournemouth away. And again, I'm not even sure what team is going to show up, how many goals we might score. I don't even think it even matters in terms of trying to get in the Champions League. Let's just not drop out of the 6th, go down in the 7th. West Ham could come up and take a spot, and not to mention how unpredictably we are playing right now. So let's just keep hope alive and we'll see where we go from there. I want to read some of your comments again today and give you guys an opportunity to have your say on the channel as well too. So Darren, who is always a supporter of the channel, here's to you, my man. And he says, it's a pity. Rashford is still 26 years old and seems like his prime's already passed. I would definitely assess his situation at the end of the season. As it stands, it would be probably best to sell him as his performance has been stagnant for a while. Just like many other players in this team, doesn't seem like a world-class manager yet. I feel technically he hasn't been on point for most parts of the season, though injuries did not help, and neither did Anthony. Next season will be interesting. Will Barada move into United and probably Ashworth join in? We should be seeing a positive shift, especially in the transfer market. Looking forward to this. GGMU. And Darren, I completely agree with you. And I don't think Rashford's performances has improved since your comment that last game. I can't remember what game this was about. So let's see how it goes in the transfer window come summer. At this point, like you said, most of us are just excited about this transfer window, and hopefully we can start a new era of United. Ivy, thank you for your comment. She says, in everything you do, you need a good leader. And talking about a manager, if you don't have that, we're in big trouble. And I completely agree as well. Do I think he's a big game manager? There are signs that he can be. So with the proper team, most of these teams he's playing against, he's not playing with his strongest 11. So I definitely want to see him get the players that he gets inside the transfer window and give a good full run at the title against the top teams with his top team. And I think he can actually do something. We remember him from the Champions League. It's not like Ten Hag can't do the business. But guys, we'll leave it there for today. It was a decent draw. And again, always a good day to break Scouser hearts. So like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. GGMU. Peace.